Well, I thought I'd do you a video of installing the triple shot transducer. It's from the Hook Reveal 7. What I have done, I did already install it on the boat. I didn't want to try and install it on a video for the first time, and none of it worked or completely messed up. But as you'll see when the video goes on, anybody can install this. It's pretty easy. I've never done one before. It's my first time doing it. There's just a few little things which this video could help you with. For example, this. It's lettered on the outside of it, and this goes inside this bracket at different positions to give you different angles on your transducer. So yeah, carry on watching the video. I'll reinstall it and go through it together. What I'm going to do now is put this little plastic piece inside here. There's a dot on the side there. I don't know how well you can see that. Yeah, you can see it there. And then, I doubt you'll be able to catch this on the camera. I'll bring it in close. There's letters around the teeth on this plastic. I'm not sure if you can see that. Basically, this gets inserted inside here, and then it lines up on the outside with the dots. I've already fitted it once before, so I know where it needs to be. On mine, it needs to be on B. It's lettered A to F, that way round, and you put it in line with the dot there. In that position now, the transducer will sit level where I need it to sit. So all you do is then make sure the cable is coming out below, so you rest this on top. I've seen some videos where they've had the cable through there somehow, like this. I don't know why they've done that, but this is the way you need to do it. This just slots in like that, and that's in now. And then the cable will run up the back there into that slot, which is where you want it. So now you have this little bolt, and that's the way it needs to be fitted. Sorry, you got the rubber, the washer, then the outside of it will fit this now on the camera. Bolt through that side. You want the rubber washer first, then you want the metal washer, then the nylock nut. This nut does not need to be tight at all. It says in the instructions 2.8 Newton meters of torque, or 25 pound/foot-inch. So if you do it too tight, you won't be able to lift up and drop down the transducer. So I'll tighten this up a little bit now. You don't want this bolt too tight at all. That might be enough there. If you start squashing that rubber washer, you're going way too tight. You do have a little tiny bit of play in this, you'll see it on the boat, but you want it so it can be lifted back up and down. Because if you hit this on the deck, if you hit this on the bottom somewhere, you beach it or whatever, you want it to fold up rather than it be that tight that it smashes it. Anyway, we'll get it installed on the boat now. Right, we're going to fit it now. It came with hardware to fit this. The two screws in the packet, I wasn't sure if they're stainless steel or not, but I thought I'd try them anyway. They're snapped in the transom. This was pre-drilled before I put them in. It wasn't that difficult getting them in, but they're snapped on the way in. So my advice would be, don't use them. Maybe you've had different experiences with them, I don't know, but I'm using my own stainless steel screws. And make sure you do get some decent quality stainless steel screws. You don't be putting crap in here. It's going to be in salt water non-stop, and it just won't last. So do it properly if you're going to do it. I also brought some marine silicone rubber sealant. On a normal transom, like a normal fiberglass boat, I don't think you have to worry about which you use. But if you've got an aluminium boat, it has to be like an anti-acid one or something, because it will actually eat away at the hull. But yeah, I'll put a link in the description for this. But it seems like good stuff. I brought that, that's what it is, in a little tube. It was about 6 or 7 quid on eBay. But I brought the clear one. So what I'm going to do is fill these holes up with it, and then drive the screws in on top of it. And when you put the silicone in, really squirt it in so it goes right inside. Make sure your cable's facing upwards through the top. Get the next screw in. What you're trying to achieve here, I will get a straight edge in a sec, but you want to split this in half, the transducer. Right, I've got the straight edge now. What you want to do is put this against the bottom of the hull, and as you can see, that is way off. It's way above. So what I need to do is lift this transducer upwards a little. I'll try and leave that straight edge in place to give you an idea. I'm not an expert, but this is what the instructions say. It's going to want to be about there. Like that. Come this side. Yeah, right there is where it needs to be. So I'll do is hold it there and screw it in place. You need to make sure it's straight as well. So it is a fiddly job. Right, do this screw first. I'm not doing these too tight yet, just to keep it in place to check it. Yeah, that's actually in a good position there now. So that, I'll bring the camera around here, sorry for the shake. I don't know if you can see there the straight edge look. Running along here, it sort of splits it in half, is what the general rule is. So this is flat against the bottom of the boat, and there is actually a seam on there. It seems to run along that seam. What I'm going to do is tighten this up a touch now it's on. As you can see, there's a lot of play in there, which is what you don't want. You need to have a bit of, needs to be there, not just flopping. I'm guessing that'll give you some bad readings. So we'll grab a few tools now and we'll tighten it up a little bit more. That's it there. There's no play in that now, as you can see. It does move obviously, but it can fold. What you want to do on this bit now, before you, I've got these brackets which are stainless steel and then rubber coated. What you want to do is move your transducer into the up position for the storage position, which mine's going to be there. Line up where you want the cable and then screw it in. Like I said before, I have already test fitted this, so it makes the video a little bit quicker. As you can see, that's the first one in, over there. The reason for that is, when you drop this down now, it's going to put slack in the cable, which you can see there. If you don't have that slack, you can't fold it up. So now I've got the slack there. That cable is not overly tight, but it's fine like that for the storage position. Now that's done, that's screwed on. Leave the excess to dry a little bit, just 5-10 minutes. It makes it easier to clean up. If you do it straight away, it just smudges everywhere. So you let it dry for a little time, 5-10 minutes like I said, and it's easier to get off. Basically now what you got to do is set out where you want this cable, which is already done. I've drilled a hole through the transom, which to be fair is quite a big hole, but there is a reason for that. This plug at the end, I don't know if you can see that, yeah you can. That plug has got to be able to go through there easily. There have some pictures on forums where they've had a hole too tight, they've tried to pull it through and they've ripped this end off. So give yourself plenty so you don't have to damage anything. And that cable will feed through into the boat. It's just tidying it all up now and getting it to look good. and it'll be ready to go once this lockdown's over. I have brought a stainless steel cover for this hole, but it hasn't arrived yet in the post. As you all know, the post's slow with the lockdown issues at the moment. So, but yeah, this is the little boat. But I'm going to do another little video on it as like an intro sort of thing to the channel. There'll just be all sorts of fishing. But then, that's the install of it. I'll put a few links in the description. And I'll put this on as well. But that's it. It's pretty simple to install. It's not difficult to install, but time will tell. I'll take the boat out, and if it all works, bonus. If it don't work, then I'll be on the pages asking for help, like the rest of you. But fingers crossed it'll all be good. I can't see why it won't work. The only issue is it's a bit far to the edge of the hull, but I can't fit it anywhere else in that vicinity there because the engine hits it. Because it's a small boat, it's not a huge boat this is, so it's quite narrow. I don't know if you can see that from there. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.